Shalom, shalom. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Howard Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone. Honors to the Akim out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And a shalom to the hopeful 1/3. I'm going to jump right into this one. I got inspired by this one on the way to work, which is slavery, by the elder Ak in the elder Ak in GMS Houston, because he was speaking on, wearing the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, pursuant to the book of Ephesians chapter 6, and they went into, not being caught naked, man. The 2/3 always talk about not being caught lacking, not being caught naked, depending on wherever you from, So it made me think through the spirit, and 2/3 of Jake, man, are like the Viking berserkers, man. Who first and foremost were under the influence of drugs, and secondly, they went to battle naked, man, and it just made me think about, not wearing the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. So, spiritually, the 2/3 of these Viking berserkers, and, the elders had brought out before that, these Norsemen were actually Jake, So, I think it fits. Thought it was an interesting lesson to do. So I'm going to jump right into it and edify the topic, with 2/3 of Jake being like these berserkers, man. Norse lore tells of fearsome warriors dedicated to Odin, which is wicked, so furiously eager for battle, there goes that bloodlust, you know what I'm saying, that bloodthirstiness, not being peaceable, it's just like eager for battle, that they bit their shields and fought naked, and pursuant to, Ephesians 6, we are to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, and that carries over to, physically, man. You know, the Vikings were accredited with a lot of things, man, but this was, one of the reasons that they couldn't sustain themselves, and have a powerful empire long term, because they weren't thinking clearly, man, because, they were, first of all, high on drugs, and you had some of them, their berserker units, totally fighting naked and just high off whatever, man. That's 2/3 of our people, man. 2/3 of our people are, selling dope to each other, man. Robbing, shooting, stealing, and killing, man. Going into battle in these streets, man. Butt naked, and the ones that aren't doing that are spiritually butt naked out there, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that armor of Yahweh Shai. You don't have this truth, the 100% doctrine. Fought naked except for bear skins or wolves. They were called berserkers, animal-like. They inspire the English word berserk, meaning to be frenzied or reckless, defiant. And that's a clear, there's a clear correlation with that in 2/3 of our nation, man. Reckless and defiant, man. Not only do they not want to hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which is defiant, but they're living a reckless lifestyle, man. They're in Esau's kingdom, playing with guns, making the streets dangerous for not just Jake but everybody. You know what I'm saying? And the sensible among our people don't even want to be around him, man. So because they're reckless, you know. So now that we got that out the way, let's jump into some scripts. Um, gonna jump to the book of Ephesians. So like yeah, Ephesians 6. Um, and the meats here at 10. This is Ephesians 6 and 10. And I'm gonna read down. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Salakia. Verse 11. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And there goes that armor, and spiritually we have the armor, and it translates into the physical world, and you know as you saw with the Norsemen, the Viking, they didn't, some of them didn't fight with armor. They were without, you know what I'm saying? But here it says, to clothe yourself in the whole armor, or put on, Salakia, the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because we're spiritual men, so we take it into a spiritual connotation, context, you know? Verse 12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, Esau Edom, against spiritual wickedness in high places, spiritual demon Satan. You know? And that goes to show you that we're not talking about literal armor, so to speak, but this is a spiritual thing, and I'm just using the berserker, in Viking history as a teaching tool, because this is a spiritual thing that we endure, and it says right there in verse 12, verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that ye may be B'Shem Rakakadash, that Holy Spirit as well, that ye may be able to withstand in the day of evil, because there is going to come a day of evil that we constantly prophesy about. It is it's going to be even the time of Jacob's trouble, but it's going to be when the Most High visits His creation, man, and it's not going to be I'm coming to hug everything. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is going to judge this place, man. And having done all to stand, because the scriptures say a righteous man falleth 7 times, roughly paraphrasing. So, part of this spiritual armor is building yourself up to be able to stand in that, man. This is something that you're supposed to be praying for. This is something that you're supposed to remind yourself of, And the elder in GMS Houston did a beautiful job with the camp today, edifying that point. Or yesterday, sorry, because I get off at midnight. Sluggy, Akim. Verse 14, Salakia. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, this 100% truth that we get from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down, Salakia, having on the breastplate of righteousness, because you go and take them punches in the chest, but righteousness is, pursuant to the scripture I just paraphrased, righteous man falls 7 times and, get up, roughly paraphrasing. That breastplate is going to help you to be able to get back up, man. Putting on that breastplate is righteousness, man. If you think about it in terms of a battle or, even a fight, you're going to take some hits, man. You know what I'm saying? verse 15, select. And your feet should showed with the preparation of the gospel of peace, man. So you should be essentially walking towards the kingdom or walking that path towards the straight gate, you know. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, you know. And faith is the one of the principal things in this thing, man. Without faith, it is impossible to please the Most High, roughly paraphrasing. Moving on, verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. You know, that and with this word, you hear brothers talk about, cutting here, and that this wicked 2/3 or whatever that come up to the camp gets cut. And you see it a lot of times spiritually. They're cut, man. Their emotions arise. They don't know what to do. You know what I mean? They walk away or they antagonize. And on the rare occasion, they try to do something to brothers, man. So the sword, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word, is what is cutting them. And the helmet of salvation, your mind should be on the kingdom, man. You know, verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So this is what you should be praying for on a constant basis, man. Because these are the spiritual tools and the spiritual armor that are going to help you withstand, the great and terrible day of the Lord, and Jacob's trouble, and all these things. Lord willing, you be, one of those men. Lord willing, I be one of those men, and rightfully believe in women. Not the ones of you on the comment board giving your shalom like you're a brother, because you're supposed to be in all silence and subjection. So that shalom, Akim, that's not for you to be doing. You shouldn't even be anywhere visible on the comment board. Because when you hold camp or a brother's bringing out the word, that's church, man. You're not to speak. And that's period. And some of y'all might not like that, but we giving you the 100% truth. It's not just, oh, I'm going to sneak a high in there, but I'm not going to share no precepts. No. Keep your asses, I'm talking to the Aquaf, off that comment board. Unless you don't have a husband and you have a sincere question. You know what I'm saying? But you should, first and foremost, be trying to find a man of the Lord, as the elder Apostle Tahar has brought out. Moving on, we're going to jump to Peter. So we're going to talk a little bit about why the putting on that whole armor is important. So let's we're going to jump to Peter. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, and we know that the word devil means deceiver, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And we know that the devil being the deceiver, that's talking about, Esau, Edom. That scripture, because what is it, roughly paraphrasing? The devil come down with great wrath because he knoweth he have but a short time, roughly paraphrasing. Actually, hop in this apocrypha real quick. So like here, while I turn the pages, digitally. You know, this is Ecclesiastes 12. So like, this is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You know, just to further, because you got to understand the times we're living in. Um, and what's to come. What you're seeing now is on, like, basically the Most High just cut the oven on, man. You know what I'm saying? We're on that warming setting though. You know what I'm saying? And he's slowly gonna crank up the heat. You know what I'm saying? So normally you turn on your oven, but you turn it on high and then turn down the heat. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High turn it on low, and then he slowly turns it up. You know what I'm saying? um, let's jump back to the blue letter. We're gonna jump to Habakkuk 2. You already know what I want. Um, I think this is actually a good, closing precept. Um, because it may seem like this is gonna go on forever. You know what I'm saying? And it may seem like our works and our effort and our patience is futile and is being done in vain. But this is what the scriptures have to say. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. So the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, yet, and mainly only Yahweh has set forth the time for everything to happen, man. Whether, it's a time for a child to be born or a man to die, you know what I'm saying? Or countries to go to war, you know what I'm saying? Or one country to experience famine. The Most High appoints these times, you know what I'm saying? But at the end, it shall speak. So even though you haven't seen everything of the scriptures come to fruition, it is going to speak, man. Regardless of, oh, well, I can't see, it hasn't happened yet. So, no, fuck all that, man. It's not for you to know. And it's for the Most High's appointed time, as it says right here. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. So it's not going to happen when you think it's going to happen. And, you're giving your best educated guess. You know what I mean? Spiritually, that's pointless because it's for an appointed time, man. Regardless of when that time is, it's our job to just endure. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie, meaning it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Period. Though it tarry, meaning though it holds on, it doesn't seem like it is gonna happen. Doesn't seem like Israel, Yasharallah, is gonna see salvation. Though it looks like it's only gonna get worse from here on out, you know. Wait for it. Have that patience. And patience goes back to long suffering, you know, because we all suffer being here, man. Some of us more than others, but nonetheless we suffer, you know, because it will surely come. And this is the Most High reiterating the fact that this will surely come, you know. So he tells you 3 different times in this one, in Habakkuk 2 and 3, that what's to come, what's been prophesied from the elders and apostles on down, will happen. Um, the men of the Lord are his mouthpiece, man. It will not tarry, meaning it's not going to tarry forever. It's not going to sit long off in the distance. And, what did Yahushua say? That your salvation is nigh at hand, man. Even closer than we think, man. Way closer than we think, man. And 10, 20,000 years in the kingdom, man, this shit, man, here in Great Babylon is gonna seem like minuscule, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a really small thing, you know. And brothers, we used to talk about this, man. Think about at the millionth, feast, man. After 1,000,000 years in the kingdom, after 2 million, after 50 million years in the kingdom, man. 100 million years, man. The time we spend here is minuscule, man. A thousand years is but a day to the Lord, man. So realistically, with Yahweh Shai being 33, you know what I'm saying? His death, or excuse me, living until 33, Salakia, his death was but what, 2 days ago? Almost. You know what I'm saying? So to the Most High, this isn't a long time. You know what I'm saying? Even the oldest elder in the truth, man, his entire lifespan is not even, maybe a few seconds to the Most High, man. You gotta think about that, man. Because if 100 years, I guess would be what, about a relative to that would be about an hour. You know what I'm saying? So anything, if you're under 30, that's 30 seconds, man, to the Most High, bro. If you're 35 years old, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. So though it tarry, we have to wait for this thing, and we have to have on the whole armor of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Harakak in order to endure what's to come. We're not going to be able to endure this by ourselves, man, because, you know, we don't want to be like the 2/3 as berserkers, man, in this thing, man. We don't want to be those berserkers, man. We don't want to be caught naked. We don't want to be caught lacking. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Harakak double honors to the elders, great millstone, honors to the Akim, and sincere shalom to the hopeful 1/3 men, women, and children. I sincerely hope that was edifying. Shalom.